Greetings from the test kitchen of Atlanta Home Improvement Magazine. We're going to show you how to make these beautiful summery cupcakes with the butterfly topper, perfect for your summer picnic or barbecue and to enjoy over the whole warm weather season. The first thing I'm going to show you how to do is to make these butterflies. These butterflies are really not as difficult as they seem. I actually purchased cutter plungers that stamp out the impression of a butterfly, and I use gum paste, which is like fondant, except gum paste will set up more stiffly, harder, so that it's easier to work with. But it's just like working with clay, so you just have to get it nice and soft, and you can buy gum paste ready-made or in a powder form, and you add water to it, and you can find that in any craft store like Michael's or Joann's or Hobby Lobby. So I'm rolling out the gum paste to a fairly thin thickness of about 1/4 of an inch, and even though I'm rolling it out quickly, what you should do before you roll it is to either grease your countertop with some shortening or some confectionery sugar so it doesn't stick. So once it's rolled out, I take my plunger cutter and I just press it down. I don't plunge yet, and that stamps out the butterfly, and it actually stuck to there, so I'm going to put it back down, and now I'm going to move this away and pick it back up and stamp it so that it now will have the impression of the veins of a butterfly. So that's step one. Now I want to kind of cut to the chase and show you what I did in advance. I created a little former with just aluminum foil that I fold down and put in a V shape so that as my butterflies are drying, they take on a shape of kind of slightly curved wings, which makes them a little more interesting looking than the flat ones. So once they dry, they air dry in about a couple of hours, and they're stiff now. But again, these are totally edible. So what I'm going to do next is have fun painting my butterflies, and you do that with powdered color. This is made by Wilton. It is actually called pearl dust, and it has a beautiful luster. And all you need to do is take a little artist brush and dip it in the pearl dust, and then start coloring your butterflies, and just choose whatever colors you would like. This pearl dust comes in yellow and purple, red, and butterflies come in all kinds of colors, so you could just let your imagination go wild. Now I'm going to put a little yellow on the edges just to give it some contrast, and it doesn't have to be perfect, because remember, nothing in nature or the natural world is perfect anyway. So this will give you a little contrast, and I'm doing this quickly just so that you don't have to spend a lot of time seeing this process. And it adheres to it pretty quickly, so as they get brushed with the color, they will set perfectly. And then if you wanted to add a really dramatic accent to your butterflies, I actually have black coloring, which I will carefully brush on, but what you could do with the black powdered color is mix a little extract, lemon extract, since it's clear, or almond extract, and add some dramatic touches. I'm just using the dry powder right now, but you could see how the black kind of gives it some more dimension, especially in these little oval areas. So that's how you can color your butterflies. I could do the black body here, and you can really do a lot with these colors. Here's blue. Again, you can find these in any craft store in town. And again, here's the example of one I did previously that's got orange and blue and the little black parts of the butterfly. So those are really pretty. Now I want to show you, oh, and I also want to show you, this is the packaging. Again, you could order this online. The plunger cutters are made by a company called PME Arts and Crafts. So if you just Google, online, you'll find these. And you can make these butterflies in big ones, medium ones. I'm using the medium size cutter, or these really tiny ones that you can use to decorate around the border of a tiered cake. So now I'm going to show you how to pipe on the frosting in a petal motion. And this tip I'm using is a Wilton number 123. It's a curved tip. It's curved like a comma. And the way I'm going to pipe on the petals is to keep the fat part, this is the fat part of the tip, always toward the center of the cupcake. With the impression, this is like an imprint up. I'm lefty, so you just turn it around if you're right-handed. And you take the pastry bag and start in the middle and just work out and go back in. Work out and go back in. And make sure you're applying enough pressure with your pastry bag. As you use up your frosting, I'm going to stop for a minute to show you. Sometimes you have to retwist it to make it tight so that you get the pressure you need to get the best control and outline of the frosting. And this is just a basic buttercream frosting I'm using. So I've made my first layer of petals. Now I'm going to go right on top of that and make a second layer. Sometimes there's a little air in the bag, so and I'm just turning the cupcake with my hand as I go around. And I'm just going to stop for a second and again tighten my bag. And I'm going to actually make a third layer to mound them up really high for those people who like a real nice mound of frosting. And there is the cupcake. Now I'm going to put my butterfly on top, and I am going to just borrow this one for a second and just place it on top, and as you can see, it just adorns the whole cupcake and brings it to life and makes it look beautiful, springy, summery, and delicious to eat. So thanks for watching, and we appreciate your interest, and let us know if you have any questions, and look on our website atlantahomeimprovement.com for wonderful recipes for my vanilla cupcakes and this wonderful buttercream frosting. Thanks again. Bye.